It's 5:30 a.m. and the hardest journey of Jackie Baker's life is about to begin.
Hey, Mum.
Getting her into a car will be easy. Getting her across Europe by train will not. The risks are high, but they feel they have no choice. Jackie wants to die at Dignitas, and daughters Tara and Rose want to make it happen. This is what motor neuron disease has done to them.
Rob, a difficult watch there and clearly an emotive issue for many. What's been the reaction to Jackie Baker's decision to end her life in Switzerland?
Well, her daughters say they will use their grief to campaign for a change in the law, but that campaign to change the law would be vehemently opposed by many religious groups, disabled groups, medical groups.
As the night went on, it quickly became clear why the support is needed. A young woman waved us down. She needed urgent help. We've disguised her voice.
I've never met this guy. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what he's potentially going to do to me.
Later, she agreed to speak to me. She's a teenage mother who got involved in this after a violent relationship.
You have people driving past and like, hi, you're a prostitute, hi, you're this, you're that. It's not. At the end of the day, people don't know why we're doing this. Like, I had the perfect little life, 2 kids, everything was going great for me, and it's only because of domestic violence I ended up in a situation like this.
The doctors have told him to cut down, so he has. He now consumes 2 bottles of wine and 2 litres of cider a day. His body is so used to alcohol, if he just stopped, it would probably do him serious harm.
Life as an alcoholic, it's just a sort of chronic, insidious build-up, really, that you can't stop.
His government wanted him to fight in the war, but he refused. All he wanted to do was do his job, helping autistic children.
This is my diploma.
And among the small possessions he brought to the UK were his certificates as a doctor. He hopes to put them to use in Wales.
I'm ready to put my experiences, my education, my trainings, all skills I have. I'm ready to put here in Wales.
The Buckley family portraits will hang in the Hall of Faces let down by Gwent police. Each of these women had violent partners, and in each case, police failings were found. Only this woman survives. Joanna Michael wasn't so lucky. She was murdered by an ex-partner. She dialed 999 for help, but there were errors in handling the call. Gwent police were one of the 2 forces criticised and apologised.
The IPCC report has placed some really uncomfortable issues for both forces, which through my ACPO lead and responsibilities I've taken a grip of.
Criticisms again after Rachel Williams was shot by her estranged husband at this Newport salon. She survived. He killed himself. Gwent police said lessons would be learnt.
The way that Gwent Police has now established the new Domestic Abuse Investigation Unit, the first of its kind in Wales, I think enables us to provide a much better service to victims.
How many more serious case reviews do we need? How many more lessons learned do we need? How many more dead people do we need until Gwent Police gets it right?
Care not killing! Care not killing!
There are many complicated moral, ethical and legal questions surrounding assisted dying. Firstly, is it safe? And would terminally ill people feel pressurised to end their own lives, either from others or from a sense that they are a burden to other people? And could it pave way for a system which is hard to regulate and hard to control?
Did you have any idea of what the state of the books were like at the week?
I was satisfied with the assurances I was being given that all was well and that everything was being done properly.
Mr. Malik, you were the boss, you were the CEO, you were the top of the tree, you had a duty to know what was going on.
Absolutely.
And you didn't.
Well, absolutely. I did, well, I thought I knew what was going on.
Do you think it's a bad day for Wales when a government wants to introduce a law proposing to ban something without any firm, concrete evidence to support your accusations?
I think this is a very good day.
Hello, I'm Rob Osborne. There are renewed calls to prevent future flooding in large parts of North and Mid Wales. It follows days of heavy rain, which has caused disruption and distress.
More tributes tonight to the men killed. What's been said?
Well, tributes have been coming through all day, and what they are showing is a real sense of how popular these two men were in their community, the human stories, if you like, behind the headlines.
Well, Rob's here now. You covered a lot of ground in that interview with Mark Drakeford. What do you take from it?
Well, on e-cigarettes, let's not underestimate how much of a personal crusade this is for the Health Minister. He is really concerned that in the future we're going to find out something about these devices that we don't currently know, a bit like cigarettes were in the 40s and 50s. So he's had to compromise on his indoor ban. Problem is, his compromise raises other questions. So if he wants to ban them in places which serve food, what do we mean by that? Do we include pubs which just sell pork crackling and pork scratchings and crisps? Do we include cinemas which sell popcorn and hot dogs? We don't know.
Wales has passed a landmark law this week with regard to organ donation. Joining us now from Cardiff, Wales is ITV Health and Social Affairs correspondent Rob Osborne. So, Rob, this sounds like a win for the country, but there has been some opposition. Can you tell me a little bit about what the problems have been?
Yes, good morning to you. Well, there is a win for the country. Most of the people here in Wales support the law.
Well, that is the system in Belgium. There are other countries in Europe who have an opt-out system, including Spain, Croatia and Austria, all of them slightly different. Wales, of course, now joins them. Rob is with me now. Most people will know about this new system by now, but there are some details to bear in mind.
Yeah, a lot of facts and figures today. Let's cover some of the big ones. First of all, this is a soft opt-out system. Now, we've all heard that. It means the role of the family is vital. So if you haven't had that conversation with your loved ones, do it tonight. The law is now in place.